We're here at the Tri-State Alternative Fueling Expo and Conference with Jackie Rizzo from Dollar Bank. Jackie, can you tell me a little bit about what your company does and what you see the benefits of this show has done for your company?
Well, Dollar Bank builds relationships with their customers, whether it's personal or business, and what we feel that we can add a lot of value in the aspect that a lot of companies are starting up or they're growing and they need financing or they need a safe place to put their money, and what we're being able to do is educate Dollar Bank, number one, by coming to an expo like this where you get everything you need under one roof in a matter of 2.5 days, and also exposes us to an industry that otherwise may not have known we even existed.
We're here with Paul Janakis from EcoFriendly at the Tri-State Alternative Fuel Expo and Conference. Paul, can you tell us a little bit about your company?
Our company specializes in selling small to medium-sized natural gas compressors, natural gas dryers, and we can handle small systems and small fleets to be able to, give you the fuel you need to fuel your natural gas vehicles.
And how do you feel that this expo and conference has benefited your company?
Well, first off, I'd like to thank everybody on the committee that helped put this together. It's been excellent. Our turnout has been very well. We've probably had well over 30 people, and a good percentage of them took a lot of literature and are very interested in following up with looking at putting some small compressors in.
Here at the Tri-State Alternative Fuel Expo and Conference with Alex Ringler from Ringler Energy. Alex, can you tell me a little bit about your company and how you felt that the Tri-State event has really got the exposure for your company?
Absolutely, Rick. We're based in Central Ohio, Columbus, Ohio, actually, and we are an alternative energy company. We provide two forms of alternative energy, we feel. One is through our anaerobic digestion, and where we create an alternative to current forms of waste management. And we utilize the energy that we create at the facility to be able to make renewable electricity or bio-CNG. We have a facility here that we're going to open in 2014, which allows us to utilize both pipeline quality gas and or gas that we upgrade from our renewable energy AD system to utilize for our vehicles as we transport internally into the public.
And so how have you, with the event, has there been a lot of folks come up and asking you about what you do and interested in Ringler Energy?
Well, absolutely. Mr. Beatty and all the people in Pennsylvania have put on a great show. We're partners. We're working with O-Ring CNG Systems. Actually, Rick, the system that you see back here is actually going to be utilized at our facility here in Central Ohio. And we're here to promote our partners, and we're here to promote the industry.
And we're here at the Tri-State Alternative Fueling Expo and Conference with Jeff Corsetti of Jeff's Performance. Jeff, can you tell us a little bit about your company and how you felt this Tri-State Expo and Conference has helped your company?
Sure. We are an alternative fuel upfitter. We do anything basically that you don't get from a dealership. If you bring it to us, we add everything to it. We are an upfitter. We specialize in CNG and LPG. This event has helped us by bringing a lot of people together with a lot of different products with the same goal, to save on energy. We've had people that want something as simple as a conversion for a car up to a fleet of 20 trucks. Other than that, everybody, you get to see new products, you get to see new lines that are coming out and things of that nature.
Okay, we're here with John Ottarelli at the Green Eye Auto Gas Solutions. John, can you tell us a little bit about your company and what brought you to this event?
Sure. Well, first of all, thanks for having us at the event. We had a great time, very informative. And essentially, our company, what we do is we marry the folks on the front end that want to go to alternative fuels and have fleets with the folks on the back end that can actually make it happen. So when you think about, a general contractor, when you're building a house, you go to a general contractor and he works with the subs to make it happen for you. We're basically the general contractor for the alternative fuel industry.
Okay. So, and have you got a lot of folks coming over wanting that expertise in doing that? Somebody, in other words, you're like a project manager for them in getting that done.
Exactly. This is relatively new to a lot of fleets, so they have a lot of questions they need answers. Some of them like to hold their hand through the process, have one-stop shopping that they can come to. That's basically the service we provide. And then we back ourselves up with the leading folks in the industry that can make it happen.
With Vivian Sabatini from People's Gas. Vivian, can you tell us a little bit about People's Gas, what they do, and also a little bit about what brought you to the Tri-State Alternative Fueling Expo and Conference?
Certainly. People's Gas is a distribution company that serves about 720,000 customers, and I work on the NGV project, so that's why I'm dedicated to this exhibit here for People's Gas. We're looking at integrating fleet vehicles and creating more awareness for the use of natural gas as an alternative fuel in this area.
Here with Frank Yesh of Realtek at the Alternative Fueling Expo and Conference, the Tri-State event. Frank, can you tell us a little bit about your company and what the show, you feel, a little bit about what the show has brought?
Well, Realtek has been in the gas detection business for 35 years. Mines were our original customers, and for the last 18 years, we've been working with the major users of CNG across the country, starting with New Jersey Transit. And our systems are used in the protection of buildings and maintenance facilities. They're perfectly suited for the environment in detecting natural gas leaks, CNG leaks, helium leaks, or LNG leaks.
What brought you to the conference?
The growing amount of business in western Pennsylvania and the people adopting alternate fuels for use in their vehicles because of the efficiency, and they are now aware of the fact that there are standard fire codes that require that these systems be done in a certain manner with a certain layer of detection, so that if there is a leakage in the building, it's detected and mitigated before it exposes the workers or the assets to fire.
Great. We're here with Tejas Gosai of the Shale Media Group. His company is one of the sponsors of the Tri-State Alternative Fuels Expo and Conference. Tejas, how do you feel the conference and what it's done for alternative fuels in our area? Can you give me a little overview of how you felt it went?
So it's cold outside, but it's warm in here. There's a lot of cars, as you can see, and I'm sure the video is showing how many vehicles there are all over the place. But it's beautiful to be able to, one, get people together, two, be able to stay warm right now, and three, the energy in here is crazy. There's people doing serious amounts of business in the back room over there. There's great speaking going on, technical sections, and just being able to walk up to a fuel station, walk up to a pump, walk up to cars that are converted. Some people have never seen this before in Monroeville or in the neighboring areas. There's people from Ontario and Florida and California, all here in Pittsburgh. So being a Pennsylvanian, I'm happy that the revenue's around here. But it's also great that alternative fuels are finally grabbing the foothold that they need to grab. Of course, we'd like to have more and more and more take place, but it's a great thing.
We're here with Ron Schramm from ProGas at the Tri-State Alternative Fueling Expo and Conference. Ron, can you tell us, I know you're one of the sponsors and you're also on the committee for this show. Can you tell us a little bit about your company and how you feel the show has helped educate people and help your business with this conference?
Yes, Rick. We as a propane company in Greater Pittsburgh have decided to really look at the auto gas fuel business because of the Marcellus Shale play that's going on. From the extraction of the natural gas, we're getting a lot of propane, and my feelings are that this country should be using its own resources. So as part of our selling, we do residential, commercial, industrial, all in the tri-state area. We want to incorporate the auto gas to convince people they should be using product from right underneath their feet.
How do you feel the show has went so far?
I think the show's fantastic. Talking with a lot of people, they seem to picked up a lot of things that they didn't know, education of the different sources, CNG, the fueling infrastructures, the conversion kits, and many of the other vendors that are here. Talking with them, they feel the same way.
We're here with Bill Summers from VFG Energy Leasing and Financing. Bill, can you turn around and tell me a little bit about your company and how you feel the Tri-State Alternative Fuel Conferences and Expo is going? I know you're one of the sponsors of the program.
Rick, first year conference, number one, we're elated with the participants. I was so pleasantly surprised that we got over 100 exhibitors that signed on to this first year conference. You know, what we do is we are an equipment leasing and financing company. Our fastest growing market segment happens to be in alternative fuels. And we are so pleased with the turnout with this conference. We're pleased with the excitement in the industry. I would recommend that if anyone is on the fence or thinking about exhibiting for the first time at this show next year, it's going to be in February. I believe it's the following week in February. I would highly encourage you to grab your booth now, because what I'm concerned with is this space might be sold out, and next year we might have to go to David L. Lawrence. So if you missed this year's show, you missed a great one. Hope to see you next year.
At the Tri-State Alternative Fueling Expo and Conference with Andrew Connolly from Ohio Clean Fuels. I know you're one of the Clean Cities Coalitions from Ohio. Can you tell us a little bit about your coalition and a little bit of what you thought about the first annual Tri-State Alternative Fueling Expo and Conference?
Sure. Like you said, I'm Andrew with Clean Fuels Ohio. We do a lot of work with fleets throughout the state of Ohio to help them get educated, get funded, deploy alternative fuels and efficiency technologies, as well as get recognition. So we've met a number of our stakeholders and partners here exhibiting, over 100 folks, a great turnout on the exhibitor side, and met a lot of great fleets that are either based here or regionally have operations in Ohio. So it's been a great turnout, and met a lot of the players in the industry as well as the fleets.
We're here at the Tri-State Alternative Fueling Expo and Conference with Kevin Collins of CP Industries. Kevin, can you tell me a little bit about your company and what it does, and a little bit on how you, since you're a sponsor of the Tri-State Alternative Fueling, how you think the first event went?
Well, first of all, this is CP Industries, and the big thing is we're located in Southwest Pennsylvania. So it's very important to us to sponsor this first alternative fuel expo. We've been involved with natural gas vehicles, natural gas stations, natural gas transportation for decades. So it's been very important to us. It's been very successful for us. So we're proud to be a gold sponsor for this event. Now, what CP Industries does, we're basically the storage people. We store natural gas, CNG, compressed at high pressure. Okay, we do this for the refueling stations. We're the storage people for a natural gas refueling station. They store the natural gas in CPI vessels. When you need to transport CNG, they use our trailers, our tubes that are built to very specific DOT and ISO specifications. Again, used to transport natural gas, not just ground storage. We're also involved with making the tanks for the vehicles. These can be made in 4 different types: Type 1, Type 2, Type 3, Type 4. We're making Type 1s, which are all steel, a little bit heavy, but very cost effective. And we're also making Type 4s in McKeesport, Pennsylvania, that are a composite pressure vessel. They're light, they're cost effective, and more they're being used on board vehicles to be the natural gas fuel tank. can show the. Want me to speak?
Go ahead.
And this is what you're looking at now is a tube trailer. It's 40 feet long, but it's used to transport approximately 165,000 standard cubic feet of natural gas to where it's needed. And it can be used to offload into possible vehicles or to fuel engines that may have been driven on diesel and now are on natural gas, saving people thousands of dollars by using the CNG. So this is the first alternate fuel expo, and I believe there's going to be a lot of them in the future.
We're here again at the Tri-State Alternative Fueling Expo and Conference with Tim Hooker, Fight of Energy Solutions. They're one of the sponsors, and Tim Hooker is on the committee of the Expo and Conference. Tim, can you tell me a little bit about your company, what it does, and a little bit about how you felt the conference went so far?
Well, Fight Energy Solutions is an alternative fuels vehicle company that we build and make vehicles run on alternative fuels, for everything from compressed natural gas to propane. We serve industries from automobiles all the way to Class 8 trucks, and we're heavily involved in the event here. It was our first annual event. I think the event went very well. The attendance was good, and a lot of interested people, and we look forward to doing this event next year.
We're here with the chair of the Tri-State Alternative Fueling Expo and Conference, Bob Beatty, also the president of O-Ring Fueling Systems. Bob, can you tell me a little bit about your company and how you feel the event is going?
Well, first of all, we are a total fueling solutions provider, from consulting to design to building and installation of CNG, propane, and LNG systems. We're favoring the alternative fueling industry because we believe that we sit on top of one of the largest energy sources on the planet, and we need to have a solution to take a long-term advantage of that resource we have and also the talent we have in the area. So that is what my business does in a nutshell, but also the reason for the show. We've seen a lot of shows in the gas industry that talk about Marcellus, that talk about pipelines, but having been in this area since my birth, actually, and lived here all my life, I've seen a lot of gas booms, I've seen a lot of energy come and go, and I've seen highs and lows in the area. And the focus of this show was to try to tie it all together, to find a use for those alternative resources that we have that's going to be a lasting entity for generations to come.